Good morning from the Kootenays. It's balmy out there. We're having spring weather in February, and I think that is a sign of we are reaping what we have sown regarding the environment. There's also something that to me is very urgent, and this is what's going on in Gaza. It is inhuman what is being done to the Palestinians in Gaza. It is inhuman on the part of those that are enabling this genocide, this heinous crime against humanity to continue. Uh, it's shocking. I'm totally consumed uh, in regards to how bad this is. What really shocks me, aside from the Zionists who are determined to drive all the Palestinians out of their quote unquote promised land, is the support of the United States and President Biden and Secretary of State Blinken and Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. It shouldn't be Secretary of Defense, it's more like Secretary of Offense. There's really no other definition to define Biden as a war criminal at this point, as I can't help but saying he's Genocide Joe. And so how could anybody be so blind? I chalk it up to religion in many ways. I'm sure he files into church on Sunday and takes communion and thinks he's somehow serving God. He's in for a major shock. He's not serving God. He's serving a false God. When the Arabs call America the Great Satan, they're not very far off. The belief of, that I've said this over and over again, and I can't help but say it again, that God has his chosen people and the Lord is going to return and we're going to get raptured and there's going to be 1,000 years of peace on earth. When the Lord's foot touches the mold of olives. This is all a myth. There's no evidence to support that this is going to happen. And those that are willing to proceed down this path of destruction are in for a major shock. They're not serving the God of love. They're serving, a satanic God. And there is a difference, a huge difference. So those same people that file into church and are willing to support the Zionists and send over bombs and tank shells and missiles to obliterate a population and their homes are deluded, very deluded. They're racist, they're white supremacists, they're they've lost their humanity somehow. Um, I'm not saying they all Christians are like that, but there's quite a number of them. And so, yeah, what, what does little old me do about it? I can speak out. I can do what I'm doing. I can plead with the God of love, whom I believe in. But it appears the evidence shows that for some reason it's going to be up to us whether or not we continue to exist on this planet. Um, that's very much up in the air right now. We could, it appears that Bibi, Biden's friend, is um, provoking his Arab neighbors beyond any reasonable thing. It appears that he's quite willing to nuke them if that is what's required. He 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 could have been stopped. Uh, when murder is committed, the person who supplies the gun is equally uh, guilty as the person who pulls the trigger. So, you know, on this planet, the majority of people are not evil. They're just going about their lives, loving their children, raising their families, surviving. There's another class of people that are totally over-consuming and quite narcissistic. Uh, we don't have a solution as far as some scientific solution to stop, this climate change problem. The main solution there is stop consuming at a rate that is totally unreasonable. And the other thing, so we can do that individually. We can seek spirituality, and you can find that in many practices, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation. Love your neighbor as yourself. The only way to stop the monsters that are running the show is to stop cooperating. If men are determined to go off and slaughter innocent people, I think it's time for their wives to not do what they want. I mean, just say, hey, if you're going to be that way, I'm done. Um, it is possible to stop this monstrous military industrial complex, this genocidal nation called the United States, if people just stopped producing the weapons and stopped um, going off to war. And the youth are very concerned. They're faced with this long worn out religion and long worn out political system. And they are faced with a very bleak future. And this requires determination. This requires commitment. This is the best thing in my mind a person can do is seek truth. Truth has to be foremost, and act on truth. And many people are doing that. And hopefully, we can introduce some sanity into what's going on with our species. I, you know, I'd like to just say everything is beautiful and we have a beautiful life, and I I do have a beautiful life. It's just that uh, I'm fearful. I'm very fearful as to the state of affairs. Hopefully, you can recognize the God of love, and this God is for some reason not able to stop the madness. So that leaves us. We have to stop the madness, and uh, you know, blessings and peace from the God of love, and don't be afraid to stand up for the truth. And let's do that. So thanks for bearing with me.